How is it going on, everyone? This is Tomer from sourcingmonster.com. Today I have a very special and relevant video these days on how to find and source products in the US. I will share the pros and cons and also two strategies that I use on how to find products in the US. One is through an online search through Thomasnet. It's like the Alibaba, the equivalent for Alibaba in the US. And another strategy which is going to Expos, trade shows, and finding physical products like that. I will share the pros and cons for each method, its strategy. And before we jump straight to the video, let me share my experience from last week while I traveled to Las Vegas to the White Label Expo, so you can watch it now.
And social proof and reviews is what's important. And you can actually see with this study that
we're a little bit unique in the industry. We might be the only people in the online business brokerage industry that can function well. The reason we do that is
Okay, so that was just a little from my experience, me traveling to the White Label Expo, and I will now go straight to the video and share first of all why you would like to share, what is the advantages of you sourcing from the US. So I made here a little presentation. First of all, it's easier communication. When you deal with suppliers, factories, and people in the US, obviously they know, and the language barrier is not there. Also, the lead time is not there. You don't have to really care about the 30 days that it takes for the sea shipping to, for the item to arrive, because it's going to be like 30 days sea shipping. So no matter where the item that you're sourcing here in the US is located, it will be way faster than 30 days. Even if you use the ground shipping, it shouldn't be more than a week. And the freight costs are very cheap. So that's a really big advantage here. Also, there is no really this pain in the ass dealing with freight forwarders and having the liability on them, DDP shipping, all these terms. You eliminate all this stuff, so that's a very big advantage. Another point comes with all the certificate and also zero liability issues. Obviously, there are some products that you can just not source in China or overseas, like food items. Technically you can do it, but it will be very easy and faster process if you do it in the US. You let a factory or suppliers that's the only thing that they do, deal with all the certificates, liability issues, and everything that is involved like around that. Like, for example, cosmetics will require lab tests. Food obviously needs FDA approvals and all of these certifications that you don't want to deal or do all the legwork for a Chinese factory or suppliers. I don't have enough experience doing it overseas. I only did it here in the US because I see it was too complicated dealing with this kind of product. So obviously it will save you all this hassle and work. Products that are not available overseas. So that's really similar to the previous point. Some products like that, cosmetics and like food products, they will not be available like outside the US because of all the certificates and liability issues. The manufacturers and factories don't really have incentive to deal with these kind of products, because most of the buyers will not really deal with them because they don't have certificates and all these approvals. So the variety of items and products that you will have is lower comparing other products like tools or things that don't really, or clothing that don't really require any specific approvals or certificates or requirements. Less competitions. When you actually decide to source in the US, imagine that most of the people or sellers that you're competing with won't really do it. They are just going by a simple method, sourcing from China, sourcing from India, and they are not really they are not really familiar with that method yet. I'm sure in the next few years and months, because of this China outbreak and issues that you have, people would want to diversify and get more into sourcing in the US, but it's still less competitive, and that's a great opportunity for you if you decide to source in the US to differentiate yourself and find the products that might not really be that more expensive than sourcing from China if you calculate all the costs involved. And another big advantage, of course, is it can help you market it by have them made in USA tag. You can put it on the packaging, you can put it in the bullet points, you can put it through your copywriting. That's a big advantage that will increase your sales, and you can also sell it in a higher price because that really shows that it's more high quality item. It gives people like more trust. They're more likely to buy from you because it's a US business. So that's a big advantage as well. And now let me show you the two strategies that I tried, and I will share the pros and cons for each method. So the first strategy would be through thomasnet.com. And let me show you what is thomasnet.com. That's a website, and for example, let's say that you're looking for, I don't know, like sea salt, okay, like food. So you can write like sea salt here, and you will have a bunch of suppliers here that you can contact. You can view the supplier, you can contact, and that's really easy process to find suppliers in the US for that. So one of the cons here is that the response rate is not that high. When you contact suppliers here, they get probably tons of messages, and they will just, not really reply in a very high rate because they get a lot of messages, and most of the time these messages for them don't really get business. So that's one con that I saw while dealing and contacting suppliers that way. And pro here that it costs nothing. You don't really have to travel to trade show or expos and spend money on flights, on hotels, and your time, and it just costs nothing. And some products would be it's better to just do the first search here, try to see if you find the supplies, and only then, if you can't find any, you go to a trade show and or expo and you try to do it. Also, you can outsource this easily. If you have employees, you can give them a product that you're looking for and tell them, look, find me suppliers on this website. On a trade show, yeah, you can do it, but it will require more trust, more expenses, and it's something that normally you would want to do yourself to travel to an expo or a trade show. Basically that's a very good method. You should definitely try it first, and only again, if you can't find your product, you can't find a supplier that here in the US for that product, only then consider the second option, which is in my opinion great, going to trade shows and expos. But we will share here the cons and pros as well. So first of all, it costs more than doing an online research. Obviously, again, you have the hotel, you have the flight, you have to lose some days at work absent. That will be a loss of money. So that's something to consider. And only if you couldn't find a product through the online research, only then consider this option. Because most of the people, if they couldn't really find it in online research, they will not take the time and go to expos, trade shows, all of that. So you have very less or low competition here. Faster sourcing. Last week, like I showed, I went to the Las Vegas Expo. I was about one specific product that it took us like 3 weeks of research to find a couple of suppliers, and even then we didn't really get anywhere. So I decided to go to the expo and try to find that product. It took me 1 day, 3 to 4 hours to find. It was like the variety of suppliers was crazy. It was like 40 or 50 booths, and I found easily in a couple of hours 3 or 4 suppliers that met my price, that I was like even cheaper than China. Second thing, it's faster sourcing. They take you seriously, so it's when you actually come to a booth and you show yourself, the conversion rate or the actual option for you to close a deal is very high. They see you in front of them. They know that you're serious. If you took the time to fly a couple of hours, stay in a hotel and come to find that product, that shows them, okay, this guy is serious. He didn't come here for nothing. He wants business. So they will talk with you business and cut the bullshit. So that's something that you can't really do online. Online, the trust barrier is higher. They don't know who you are, where you're contacting them from, China, India, not from the US, and it will require more time to gather or create this trust. And now I will share how to find trade shows. So before I showed this website, I didn't try it before. I just did an online search before doing this video. But obviously, let's say you're about cosmetics, you can write in Google cosmetics trade shows B2B, something like that in Google, and you will find you can find trade shows like that near to you. Now obviously it's better that you go, let's say you live in New York, you go in your New York area, you don't want to fly 5 or 6 hours, that will save you time. So you can also check this website. This website is top 10 wholesale trade shows. You can put your category here, cosmetics, and you can also do it by category. This is apparel, textile, sourcing Canada, that's sourcing in Miami, sourcing Germany. You have so many trade shows here that you can go and attend and find products fast. That's all about speed. In one day you can do some work that will take you on online research for weeks. So that's a really big benefit here. And if you're not a beginner and you have like a couple of items, that's really something that will scale you and take you to the next level as far as growth, because you're limited with the time and the opportunities of you doing the online research, and that will open you to new markets. Second thing is open your mind to other niches and ideas. When you go to a trade show, it's not just finding the product that you're going after. Most of the times you will meet other people that are doing the same thing as you, so you can grow your network of people. You can hear and listen and get more ideas from other people, from suppliers as well. Let's say you come to a booth and you explain about what you're looking for. They can open you and tell you, oh, you know what, why you won't do that, or why you add this product, or we have also these like items in our catalog, maybe you're interested in those. So it really opens your mind, something that you can't really do online. So I hope you got some value from this video. I know it's not that long, but it's right to the point, and I hope you got some value from it. Subscribe, leave a comment if you have any question, like this video, so it will allow me to create more videos and give more content to you guys. Thank you, and see you in the upcoming videos.